Yo, what's up, family? What's happening? It's 6:30. What's happening with you? Hope you're doing well, having a good week so far. Time to get a little sharper. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, hey, coming to you live and direct from H-Town, down here hanging out with the women pros and the men pros. Out here just giving it a shot, just living the dream for at least a couple of days. But anyway, y'all know me and my bowling. Love this bowling thing. But yeah, hanging out. So this week, just because I'm out of town don't mean that I don't do what I'm called to do. I'm here. We're gonna make it happen. So look, I don't have my wife with me. So y'all pray for me, number one. Number two, last week we talked about Ephesians 4 and we was diving into Ephesians 4 a little bit more. We're gonna come back to that next week. I want to do something a little different this week. And I'm actually going to probably put myself out there a little bit on this one. So again, y'all pray for me. But as we always do before we get started, let's make it happen. Ready on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right, no, one more time. This is the last time. 1, 2, 3. All right, need that deep breath right there. So look, let's do this, right? I think I'm gonna put myself out there because, as I was telling my wife, what I don't want this to be is I don't want people to feel like I'm on here preaching all the time, like I'm trying to preach to you every week. I love to encourage. That's who I am. That's what I was called to do. I recognize that here recently, as I look back over my life, that's always been me. I've always been that guy to try to encourage someone. Even though the hardest person to encourage is myself, it's easy for me to encourage anybody, right? And so that's what it's been part of my journey here for the last 3 weeks on what I do right here. And I don't want to get away from that. That's who I am. That's what I was called to do. And yes, I do use the word of God to support a lot of the things that I say. But I don't want anybody to feel like this is a preaching session, right? I know sometimes it might feel like that, but again, sometimes when you get into the word of God and you try to relate it to what we live with and how this thing called life that we have to deal with, sometimes we just kind of go there. We kind of flow there, right? And so, but this week I just wanted to do something a little different. I'm going to give this a try because one thing I don't typically do is, get into a whole bunch of Ron stuff, right? I'm just another guy trying to live this life and try to figure it out and make it the best that I can, right? Just like everybody else. And Ron got issues just like you. So, but I just felt like I needed to hopefully just encourage you through Ron's life a little bit, right? And so this journey that I'm on is unbelievable. I can't lie to you. It's unbelievable because it's a day by day thing, right? And how did I get to this point? Well, a lot of folk, many folk know that I'm now doing health insurance, right? And so I'm pretty much I'm a business owner. I work for myself, and when you go into business for yourself, that means there's nothing guaranteed when it comes to your income, right? And so that's what I do, right? That's one of the things that I do, and I'm enjoying that ride. But it's a scary ride. I can't lie. I'm gonna sit here and be totally upfront and honest with you. It's scary, especially when your whole life you've been working a job and had that quote unquote guaranteed income. Well, big reason why I'm on this journey right now is because five times my wife has received a phone call from me saying, I no longer have a job. 5 different times. And so I'm on my own personal journey, as I said, and a big reason why I'm where I'm at today is because I refuse to allow number 6 to happen. Number 6 cannot happen. My family deserves more. They deserve better. But I look back over my life and I'm thankful for where I'm at. But I know all of us have looked back over our lives and been like, man, I wish I had did that. I wish I should have, could have, would have, right? All of us have had those, right? Had those moments. Um, and I'm sure we're going to probably have some more. But what I wanted to just say well, let me just say this because I want to, I guess, like I said, I'm putting myself out there a little bit. So, yes, I've been working all my life, right? I've had many a job, right? I've been a pharmacy buyer, which means I was a legal drug dealer. Legal. That's the key word, legal. I was a pharmacy technician. Can y'all believe I actually was the guy who made the bags that go into your IV? That was your steak and potatoes when you were in the hospital and can't eat. I was that guy making those bags, right? And I actually taught people, and I actually taught a pharmacy technician class at the Richmond School of Health and Technology. A lot of y'all didn't know that. I was actually a school teacher for a year. And so I've done that. I've worked at Pepsi. A lot of y'all didn't know. Well, many of y'all know, but some of y'all didn't know I worked at Pepsi. I was actually a manager, made it up to the management level at Pepsi. I actually worked for the State Board of Elections. So I was in charge of all the registrations. So I've done that. I've actually been a Class A driver driving truck, 18-wheeler trucks, operations manager, warehouse manager. So I've worn a lot of different hats. So the reality is, if I really wanted to go out here and get another job, shouldn't have too much difficulty with my background. And oh, by the way, I did manage after COVID kicked in and I stopped coaching at Virginia State, which was another job that I had. I worn a lot of hats, as I told you. When I stopped coaching, I went back to school and I got my degree. So now I have experience and I have a degree. So reality is, probably shouldn't be too much trouble for me to go out here and find another job, right? But as y'all know, April 1st, 2020, when right as COVID kicked in and everything began to shut down, I started doing this, right? And so here we are 3+ years later, and I'm still doing this, and I absolutely love this. I can't lie. I get excited about this time, even though I'm a nervous wreck because I don't want to look like no chicken head in front of y'all out here talking, right? But I enjoyed this. I look forward to it. And I'm hoping that I'm able to encourage you. You get something out of everything that I talk about. And I'm hoping just the same that you get some out of this. But with my background, and now that me having a degree, finding a job shouldn't be difficult, right? But I started doing this April 1st, 2020, which was on my son's birthday, one of my son's birthday. And I've been doing this ever since, right? And what I'm always telling y'all on here, go for it, right? Be better than you were yesterday. Write your vision, make it plain. Go for your goals and your dreams. Chip away at it. Do it. Whatever is on the inside of you that's burning, that's because I know there's something on the inside of you that you really want to do, that really wants to come out, that I know is going to be a blessing to folk out here. But yet you're still sitting on it. But I ain't gonna mess with that too much. But yes, I am gonna mess with it because you need to get it done, right? You need to get it out, and you wonder why you're frustrated. But let me calm myself down, because that's better for you out here. But you got to be willing to do it. But this journey that I've been on since April 1st, 2020, doing this every week, has forced me to have to transform Ron's thinking, Ron's life, Ron's direction. Has Ron gotten all together? Heck no. No, I'm getting it together. It's a process. My process started and changed directions April 1st, 2020. So it had to start at some point. So my first question to you is, when are you going to start yours? When are you going to start yours? Because again, you wonder why you're frustrated. You wonder why things are not happening. You wonder why you seem to be stuck in neutral like I was. I felt like I was a rat on the wheel, going full steam. I mean, I'm just like all in. I'm running hard and I'm going absolutely nowhere. as fast as I could. That rat on the wheel. That's what I have felt like for a long time. And so this journey that I'm on, this process that I'm in, is causing me to have to change my mindset, change my outlook, be willing to be uncomfortable for a period of time. Changing is never always, I ain't say never always, they don't even go together. But changing isn't always comfortable. Changing isn't always popular, because misery loves company, right? So you're going to have some folk that's going to speak against you changing. And one of those people you're going to have to deal with when it comes to you changing is the man in the mirror. The hardest one to change is yourself, because you're so used to doing this and doing that and it's regimented, right? You can set your clock to your schedule, day by day, week by week. And what is that really doing for you other than surviving day by day? But you really feel like you're not really getting anywhere. And then you begin to wonder, what is the purpose of my life? Like, what am I really living for? What am I really trying to achieve? There has to be something more to this thing called life than me working, paying bills, taking care of the kids, taking care of mom and daddy in some situations, go to church for some of us. But it's the same old, every day, every week, every year, every decade. When is the change going to come that would allow you to feel free and to get that joy that you really want, that peace that you really want? Yes, Christ has to be in the equation. I always have said that. I will always say that. I'm not deviating from that. But I'm not here to really preach about Christ so much. I'm going to put him in it. Yeah, and I just did. But at some point, even with Christ on our side, you're going to have to make a change. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something. You got to give him something to work with. So when are you going to make the change in your life so that you can get something better out of this thing called life? When are you going to do that? Stop looking at somebody else. It is not up to them what should happen in your life. It's not up to them when something should happen in your life. That is totally up to you. So when are you going to stop with the excuses and get into your process of change? When are you going to get into your process of change? That's where I'm at. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it is the most comfortable place to be. But I can tell you from personal experience what I'm living. And that's the reason why I tell you that Christ has to be in the equation. Because for sanity reasons, to keep this in order, to keep from going off the deep end, to keep from flipping out, to keep from cussing folk out, to keep from throwing in the towel, to keep from quitting, to keep from throwing my hands up and saying, to hell with it. That's right. Y'all have said it. To keep from doing that. That's why he got to be part of the equation. And so now that I have him in the equation, it don't just stop there. There's another piece of that equation that also has to be a part of the equation in order to get the final answer or to get the outcome. And that's you. That's me in my own personal process, my own equation. It's up to me because I'm the variable, because I change like the weather. You change like the weather, right? He is the constant, you the variable. But it's always going to equal something. So what is it going to equal? That's up to you. That is totally up to you. But your frustrations, your irritations, your disappointments, your uncertainty, that's on you. Because you're the variable. But he's just wanting you to give him the opportunity to work on your behalf. And right now, ain't no right now, for Ron, at this point, that's where I'm at. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's comfortable. It's not. It's scary. I'm being told, I told you I'm putting myself out there today. It is scary when you don't know where your next, sorry. And I got too excited. But it's scary when you don't know where your next dollar coming from. So those business owners that y'all want to talk about and want to fuss at sometimes, please understand, some of them trying to figure it out just like you are. But they giving themselves a chance. Some of y'all need to be giving yourselves a better chance than what you've been giving yourself. You've been selling yourself short. You've been settling. And you've been settling for less than. Because it's so easy, it's so comfortable to stay where you're at. I'm here to tell you that that's probably not going to get you to where you really want to be. Because if that was the case, you would already be there as long as you've been doing it. So it might be time for a change. That's why you got to seek him. And you got to seek him first. That's why I always tell you to pray, plan, prepare, proceed. You got to seek him first. Because there's some on the inside of you, you know it's there. Because it's been bothering you. It's been knocking, it's been picking at you, it's been poking at you. And it's been doing it for a long time. For a long time it's been doing it. And you just been pushing it aside, sweeping on the rug, don't want to deal with it because you're scared that you're going to have to do something different. And you already know what the definition of insanity is, right? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. Wait for it. You're going to be waiting for a while. I hope you got a whole bunch of Snickers because you're going to be there for a while. So guys and ladies, this message is simply just to encourage you to give him a try and give yourself a try. Stop selling yourself short. Stop settling. Stop using excuses. I'm too old. It's too late. I don't have it. Don't know where to get it. You're going to make an excuse to confirm why you need to stay where you're at. There was a scripture last week in Ephesians. I spoke about it. Stop lying to yourself. Stop the lies. Stop lying to other folk. Stop lying to yourself. The lie that you're telling yourself is that whatever that excuse that you use, that you can't do something different to get a different outcome in your life, that's a lie. You believe in that lie because you done said it so many times. You done used so many excuses that you believe in that now. And you wonder why your life is stuck in neutral. He's calling you for greater. He's calling you to do something much better than what you have already done. Now, you've already done some good things, some great things, but there's greater for you to achieve. And in order for you to do it, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to be uncomfortable for a little bit because that's the only way you can change, only way you can grow, the only way you can achieve the things you really want to achieve. Be willing to be uncomfortable for a little bit. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how that new outcome gonna be. So hopefully what I have said tonight will encourage you to start making those changes towards a better than right now. He's calling you. He wants you. He got you. You're going to have to trust him. Not saying it's easy, but I promise you, if you give him a try, he won't fail you. But just take a chance on yourself. Who better than to take a chance on than you? I love y'all. Pray, plan, prepare, proceed. Please go make it do what it do. It's time to make it happen. Let's go. Love you. See you next week, 6:30.